I was talking about resentments the other day with an alcoholic who said, "You know what, Derek? I'm just not that angry of a person. I don't think I have any resentments." Sound familiar? In fact, what comes to mind when you think about the word resentment? Do you picture someone with clenched fists and gritted teeth? Do you hear the fervor in their voice as they yell? Can you picture them knocking over furniture? Can you feel the ground shake as they storm about the room? Mention the word grudge, and that's even worse. It conjures up images of someone who's not only foaming at the mouth angry, but also actively and obsessively plotting revenge. Did you know it's possible to have a resentment and hold a grudge against someone that you hardly ever think about? Or hanging on to such feelings without it being visible to anyone else? Because resentment doesn't have so much to do with how often you think about a person. It has to do with what you think when you're thinking about them. For example, maybe there's that guy at the office who stole that promotion right out from underneath you, and you don't ever think about him until once a year when you see them at the company Christmas party and they walk into the room. What is your immediate internal reaction upon seeing them? I bet it's something not too pleasant. See, the actual definition of the word resentment is a righteous indignation at having been treated unfairly. In other words, the only criteria for identifying resentment is being able to identify a person, event, or season in your life where A, you feel that you have been treated unfairly, and B, you're convinced that you're utterly justified in continuing to feel this way. So what do you tell someone who thinks that they don't suffer from resentment? Well, I'll tell you what I told this guy. If anger, bitterness, resentment, grudge are too difficult and uncomfortable of words for you to use to describe yourself, then just make a list of people who have wronged you. And just like that, 20 names. See, I've learned over the years that it feels almost naughty to describe yourself as resentful, especially if you spent a few months in the rooms hearing things like, resentment is the number one offender. Well, yeah, it is, but it's the number one offender in as much as it's difficult for us to be honest with ourselves about when we're feeling resentful. That's what the big book means when it says if the owner of the business is going to be successful, he cannot fool himself about values. We can't fool ourselves about having resentment. We've got to be honest. I'm not resentful. That fucking piece of shit motherfucking blah, blah, blah just isn't doing his job right. Okay, Cletus, why don't you focus on writing a list of people who have wronged you, and please make sure you add that guy too. Hey, me again. Believe it or not, I am not going to ask you to like and subscribe if you find these videos helpful, because if you find these videos helpful, then obviously that's something you're going to do anyway. Now, if you'd like to share your gratitude, an easy way for you to do that is take a survey I designed, which is going to help me create better content for you and many others. It's free, takes less than a minute, and you'll get added to my list of favorite people who occasionally get sent invitations to live online events where you can chat with me personally. When you want to fill out the survey, you'll find the link in the description below. Either way, I appreciate you being here and look forward to getting together again in the next video shortly. Yeah? Keeper?